Indian diplomats have once again been stopped at the Gurdwara Nankana Sahib in Pakistan. This is the third time that Pakistani officials or Khalistani terrorists and their supporters have stopped the Indian diplomats. They've prevented them from carrying out their diplomatic responsibilities. The Indian diplomats, according to sources in the government, were harassed by the Pakistani security detail. India has in fact lodged a strong protest. Indian officials were there to ensure that Sikh pilgrims could continue with their pilgrimage unhindered. Pakistan's Deputy High Commissioner to India, Syed Haider Shah, was summoned to South Block. And take a look at the contrast. India has permitted Pakistan's High Commissioner and Pakistani diplomats to visit and meet the Pakistani pilgrims at Uttar Pradesh when they visit the Pir Kalyar Sharif in Uttar Pradesh. No problems they face there. But look at the problems that Indian diplomats and officials face at the Gurdwara Nankana Sahib in Pakistan. We'll show you images of Pakistani duplicity and their double game. So even as both India and Pakistan have announced that the Kartarpur Sahib corridor will be constructed to facilitate pilgrims from India to visit the Darbar Sahib at Kartarpur, Islamabad is fanning anti-India flames at Gurdwaras in Pakistan. 3 images on your television screen. Indian diplomats repeatedly stopped by Khalistani agent Gopal Singh Chawla at the Gurdwara. Indian diplomats wanted to meet Indian pilgrims. They were insulted. They were barred from entering Gurdwara Nankana Sahib. They were barred from entering Sachcha Sauda. What is shocking is the open hand given to terror supporters like Chawla, who openly propagate anti-India agenda at these holy Gurdwaras, at these holy shrines. Today, there was once again a massive gathering at the Gurdwara Nankana Sahib. But look at the Khalistani flags that were there. Anti-India feelings, anti-India posters, anti-India slogans. Was this possible without the active support of the Pakistani state? Pakistan continues to speak with a forked tongue. It's all sugar and honey in public. Continues to stab India in the back. Let's try and make sense of this. Joining me now on the broadcast, Lieutenant General B.S. Jaswal, former Army Commander, Northern Command. Kamar Cheema is a noted defense analyst. He joins us from Pakistan. In a while from now, we'll also have India Today's Foreign Affairs editor, Geeta Mohan, joining me on the broadcast. General Jaswal, can you try and make sense of why would Pakistan harass our diplomats, stop our diplomats from meeting our people, our pilgrims, while they're at Gurdwara Nankana Sahib in Pakistan?
Well, I would put it across that there is an attitude and there is inherent tirade against the Indians in Pakistan. And any time and every time Pakistan gets an opportunity, I've spoken to a couple of defense attaches of ours who have been there in Pakistan, and the army people for that matter, the way they are shadowed, the way they are harassed, the way scrutiny is done on each and everything of theirs. This is a very, very common thing over there. I think if in case we have to have good relations, at least the diplomats, we have to honor them, because diplomacy cannot be compromised because of an attitude.
You're spot on there. Geeta Mohan, sir, our Foreign Affairs editor, also joined me on the broadcast.
Unwarranted.
Absolutely, completely unwarranted. Geeta, why were our diplomats stopped today? What has been Pakistan's response?
Well, the fact that there were the kind of celebrations that we saw within Nankana Sahib and the kind of Khalistani elements that were given free space, Gaurav, to put up their flags, put up the posters, banners, is unprecedented, and is the reason why Indian diplomats were barred from entering any of the Gurudwaras, particularly Nankana Sahib. And even as India lodged a very strong protest, summoning the Deputy Chief of Mission of Pakistan, the High Commission here in New Delhi, with regards to the treatment meted out to the Indian diplomats, the fact is that incident took place after the summoning and the protest being lodged by India, with the Indian diplomats again being barred at Nankana Sahib. But what the basic reason is that Pakistan is using it as a policy to incite and create trouble, reinvigorate the Khalistani movement, give them more support and base for them to create
Stay with me for a moment, Geeta. Kamar Chima, why would Pakistan do this? Third time our diplomats have been prevented from meeting our pilgrims while they were at Nankana Sahib. Why would Pakistan stop them?
Well, I think I would here congratulate the government of Pakistan and definitely the government of India on this historic event that both the governments are helping to improve the people-to-people contact. And I think at this point, there must not be any politics. At this point, there must not be any kind of irritant here. And the way you are trying to highlight the situation, Gaurav, let me tell you, if Pakistan is helping the Sikh community in India to come and pay respect to the religious place in India, I think definitely we don't want any irritant into it. But what we want is the offer that has gone to the Indian authorities. Even the Imran Khan came up with the offer, which was rejected.
Sir,
now
you're not
again,
answering my question, sir. Why stop our officials from meeting our people? If you want real people-to-people ties, if you want good relations with India, when your diplomats come, when your pilgrims come, there is no stopping them. Why stop us?
Well, Gaurav, to all pilgrims, India does not give the visas even. And I think this is the magnanimity of the Pakistani diplomats sitting in New Delhi, that they have given visas looking at the policy of the Pakistani government in Islamabad, that we have opened our arms for the Indians. And we have opened our arm for the Sikh community. They can come and they can celebrate the days. But what we want is that...
And then you put up Khalistan posters. It is not your magnanimity. These are mind games that your country plays, very dirty mind games, even though you are bleeding, sir. Even though you are bleeding. And I come to that point, Kamar Chima, sir. I come to that point even today.
We won't appreciate this at all.
Of course, we will not appreciate double games and a country speaking with a folk tongue, sir.
This is what I want.
We will not.
We have given visas.
We
are opening the corridor. We are opening
and then you are putting up Khalistan posters. And then you're not taking action against Khalistan terrorists. And you are bleeding. And I want to come to that aspect.
Letting them to come, then
I want to come to that aspect, sir. You have failed in Kashmir, so you are trying to rekindle the Punjab fire once again. You will fail once again, sir. You don't realize India has changed.
India does not want,
and I want you to see how India has changed and how you are bleeding now, sir.
If Sikhs will come in Pakistan, India does not want, the Hindu India does not want.
It is not a Hindu India, it's a secular India, sir. That's your tragedy, sir.
This is not a secular India, Gaurav, you will see.
Let's move forward. It's not a Hindu India. It's a Hindustani India. It's a secular India. Pakistan is bleeding, and this is very apparent today. Snakes in Pakistan's backyard are now biting Pakistanis, and with increasing frequency. There were 2 terror attacks in Pakistan, sadly today. One in upscale Clifton in Karachi, where the Chinese consulate was targeted, and the second one in Hangu, where another 25 people were killed, perhaps by a suicide bomber. But there is a message here also for China. Chinese are now bleeding in Pakistan, and not just physically, but financially. Hamza Amir brings us this report. Pakistani separatists launched an audacious attack at the Chinese consulate in Karachi around 9 Friday morning.
हमने इंशाल्लाह ये दहशतगर्दों को, ये जो भी बाहर से इनको फीड किया जा रहा है इस मुल्क को डिस्टेबलाइज करने के लिए, इंशाल्लाह इन सब के पीछे हम जाएंगे.
The terrorists were caught on CCTV camera, brazenly brandishing their assault rifles as they opened fire. A series of blasts were heard for over an hour in the upscale Clifton area of Karachi. Sindh Rangers and police ordered a lockdown. Reports seem to indicate that the Chinese consulate targeted by the Baloch separatists in Karachi was barely 100 meters away from absconding Indian fugitive and US designated global terror financer Daud Ibrahim Kaskar's mansion.
क्विक एक्शन फोर्स यहाँ पे पहुंची थी, उनकी बर वक्त फायरिंग के नतीजे में बकाया दोनों दहशतगर्दों को भी कंपाउंड से बाहर ही हलाक कर दिया गया।
Baloch Liberation Army, a Balochistan-based separatist organization, claimed responsibility for the terror attack on the Chinese consulate, calling it a war against Pakistan and China, forcibly taking away Baloch resources. Pakistan Rangers snipers were inducted to take out the 3 separatist guerrillas just as they managed to breach the outer cordon of the security at the Chinese consulate.
Terrorist incidents are bound to happen in Pakistan because of the way Pakistan has been sponsoring the terrorism at state level. So this incident of Karachi needs to be looked into that with that thing in the background.
2 Sindh police personnel were also killed in the terror strike. This is the second attack on the Chinese in Pakistan this year. In August, Baloch separatists had targeted a bus carrying Chinese engineers working at a mining project, injuring 3. There are approximately 30,000 Chinese working in Pakistan on the China-Pakistan economic corridor. Hours after the incident in Karachi, a suicide bomber blew himself up in the Hangu area of Pakistan, killing 25 and injuring another 35 people. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan blamed forces out to destabilize Pakistan for the twin terror attacks. But the question remains, will Pakistan now stop the distinction between good and bad terrorists and crack down on all terror?
It certainly, Friday has been one of the most deadliest Fridays for Pakistan in 2018, as terrorists, which Pakistan claims are not inside Pakistan territory or do not have footprints inside Pakistan, have been able to target casualties, not only civilian claim casualties, but also diplomatic circles in which red zone and high alert security areas have also been targeted. In Islamabad, this is Hamza Amir for India Today.
Kamar Chima, snakes in your backyard, sir, biting you with increasing frequency. Will Pakistan stop this distinction between good terrorists who target India and bad terrorists who target Pakistan?
Well, I think these snakes definitely have been fed by your intelligence agencies, and this is what we have been telling the world. The mastermind behind this incident has been treated in New Delhi hospital, Max Hospital, and he has got the Afghanistan passport.
Really?
This is not, we are
on what basis are you saying all of this, sir?
This kind of treatment from India.
Sir,
we are letting,
the mastermind of this attack is being treated in Max Hospital in Delhi. I thought the 3 terrorists were killed in Pakistan. Sir, आप बोलते क्या हो? आप सोचते भी हो कि आप बोलते क्या हो?
This is response of India.
General Jaswal, this is very clear.
Response of India.
Sir, this is very clear. No lessons learned. Even after the Army Public School terror attack, where 150 Pakistan Army school kids and teachers were killed, Pakistan continues to live in cuckoo land.
We are trying to divert the attention that India must not sponsor. India must not sponsor this terrorism.
I mean, you must be. I mean, really, nobody's even buying this. You've been saying this for decades and no one's even listening to you. Aren't you surprised, sir? Will you stop lying? Will you wake up and will you go after the real threat to your own country now?
This is what we want to tell you. Stop this.
No, really. I mean, Kamar Chima, that's not expected of you. We expect better. You know, we don't get those rabble-rousing Pakistanis on our TV broadcast only because we want a sensible discussion, and then we get this from you. Really? But let me bring in General Jaswal. No, seriously, I'm a little disappointed.
Can I answer?
Kindly, General, kindly. Go ahead, General Jaswal.
Can I just answer? Thank you. Firstly, I do feel sorry innocent lives being lost because humanity is being decimated. But the causative factors, they need to be taken into account. Now let's come on to Oxai district and Kayal rather, where this incident took place in the northern region. If you go back, there has been a strife all along between Shias and Sunnis over there. The causative factor is that. And the famous Shia Nur Bakshi riots which took place in 88, I think, under Jalal Musharraf, that strife is still continuing. And there have been attacks earlier also against the Shia community over there. So the causative factor is not any sponsoring of terrorism by India. It is the internal strife between the Shias and the Sunnis in Oxide. Coming to as far as Karachi attack is concerned, the Baluch Army, Liberation Army, they have claimed the responsibility. They are against the idea of China holding Pakistan hostage to their terms and conditions,
yes,
and taking the CPEC through their area onto Gurdwara. I would like to assure our guest from Pakistan, Qamar, India as a policy, as a nation, we do not believe in terrorism.
Absolutely. And Qamar Chima, if I may quickly come back to you for the last word on this.
I can assure you.
But sir, you know, unfortunately for Pakistanis, assurances and facts do not mean much because there's so much into rhetoric. But Qamar Chima, considering Pakistan is bleeding so much and now the Chinese are increasingly being targeted, will Pakistan go after terrorists of all hues, including people like Hafiz Mohammed Saeed or Dawood Ibrahim, who lives just in the next lane from this Chinese consulate, sir?
Well, people in Pakistan believe that the only country that is opposing CPAC is India. The only country that is having contacts with the Baloch nationalists is India. Now the point
but
is
sir,
that
you may continue to say that. You may continue to say that. So
supported by the Baloch nationalists.
May I then humbly submit that you will continue to bleed. Snakes in your backyard will continue to bite you because you're refusing to see where the problem is.
If you remember this April,
sir, unless you see the problem, you can't find a solution, and you refuse to accept the problem.
India is the country that actually
India, you know, is the country which is actually solving our problems, and now you're seeing how those problems are coming to you, sir. Sir, I am sorry, sir. With due respect, sir, rhetoric will get you nowhere on this broadcast, not on this broadcast. But I want to now shift focus, sir. No, sir, no nonsensical conversation unnecessarily, sir. In one of the biggest operations in the Kashmir Valley, the army, the Jammu and Kashmir police and the CRPF in a joint operation killed 6 terrorists in South Kashmir early this morning. It was a short, sharp and clean operation. No losses to security forces, no collateral damage. This is a major blow both to Hizbul Mujahideen and Lashkar-e-Taiba. One of the killed terrorists, incidentally, had a direct role in the killing of senior Srinagar-based journalist Shujat Bukhari. Shuja ul Haq, my colleague, with this report.
In a major boost to the anti-terror operations, security forces gunned down 6 terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir's Anantnag district. The pre-dawn operation took place in a forested area in Bijbehara, some 50 kilometers from Srinagar.
आज एक बड़ा सर्जिकल ऑपरेशन हुआ है, इसमें सेना और पुलिस का पूरा कोऑपरेशन था और ये ऑपरेशन कम समय में बिना किसी कैजुअल्टी के, बिना कोई सिविलियन डैमेज के किया गया.
This was one of Army's most successful operations against Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists in the valley. More importantly, there was no collateral damage. One of those killed on Friday was Azad Malik, the man behind the murder of well-known journalist Shujat Bukhari in Srinagar on June 14th.
मैं कहूँगा कि ये एक बहुत बड़ी कामयाबी है हमारे सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस के लिए क्योंकि इन मिलिटेंट्स का काफ़ी इंसिडेंट्स में हाथ था और खासकर 2018 के लिए मैं कहूँगा कि एक बहुत बड़ी कामयाबी है.
The number of terrorists killed has been the highest in recent times, especially after the governor's rule was imposed. So therefore they have to work out new tactics as to how to survive in this relentless security forces operations which have been carried out against them.
A huge quantity of arms and ammunition were recovered from the site of the encounter. The forces clearly are having the upper hand in the battle against terrorists. Security forces this year have eliminated as many as 227 Pakistan-groomed terrorists so far.
No collateral damage has happened. No one from the civilian side or the security forces has been injured or hurt in this entire operation. That's why they are calling it as a very successful operation. South Kashmir has been very active in terms of militancy in last few years. In fact, just last 1 week, hectic anti-militancy operations have been carried out. Close to 12 militants have been killed in last 7 days in these areas of South Kashmir. With cameraman Tariq Shujaul Haq in Srinagar for India Today.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.